We're back here, third and final day at this project, finishing off the wall in the garage right before we do drywall. Really happy about how it turned out. As you can see behind me, the wall has a nice white satin finish, so it has just a little bit of gloss. I think it's going to hide any dirt, an oil-based enamel, so you have the best durability there. Hey everyone, welcome back to the garage here. I'm in Michigan and we are doing an awesome project here at my own personal house. So all winter I've been stuck inside, of course, and it's been really good to be able to get out here in the garage and do some work. So when I first started this garage, it was just bare bones when we moved in, just 2x4s and plywood on the outside of the garage. We did insulation, which let me tell you, was a tedious process by myself. We did a rock wool for most of it. Now this is a fantastic stone insulation. It's very water resistant, which I wanted for my garage. But today I want to transform this entire back wall that I recently put up. So this is all 3/8 inch plywood. You know, nothing too thick, but it's thick enough that we can hang some tools on it and create a nice workbench here and then some shelving. What's really exciting is later this week, actually, we're getting the entire rest of the garage drywalled. So this place will be clean, dry. And if you checked out my last video, you can see the heater over here that we put in. This is a 6,000 watt, 240 volt heater. It's incredible. It does such a good job. I just turned it on. It was 30 degrees in here, and in about 5 minutes, it got up to 70. So stick around, guys. Can't wait to show you more about what we're doing. So the goal here today is to totally transform this back wall. Now this is plywood, it's not treated, so we do want to protect it a little bit from the elements. So first thing I'm going to do here today is go ahead and sand down this entire wall. To make it real easy, I got an electric sander. And then afterwards, we're going to clean it up, and we got a polyurethane. This is an antique white, and it has a polyurethane and stain in it. I'm hoping this really brightens up this back wall, keeps a little bit of the wood look with the beautiful grain, but then it also, you know, clears things up so that it's a nice clean look, a little more modern. And I think I'm going to put some accents on here with some different color of hooks, some red hooks, and I have a red shelf going in. And I hope this is really going to pop and make this space a little special. Now, of course, I already installed the entire heater system, got everything up here with the Tesla plug. So first things first, I got to disassemble this system and get everything off the wall, so I got a clean slate to work with. So I've been putting this polyurethane oil-based stain on. Now one thing to note with oil-based is it's not going to clean up off your hands, off your clothing, or really off anything with soap and water. So working with oil-based paints, it certainly has its benefits, such as a long lasting finish and very good with water and moisture resistance. But the other side of things, it is a little smelly. I don't recommend it for inside your house unless you're going to let it cure outside for a couple days. Now there's a lot of good water-based products out there these days. They're a little more expensive, and I was really trying to keep things in budget for this project. So let's talk about budget for a bit. So going over this, I had 6 sheets of plywood for this project to put this on this back wall. It's less than $20 a sheet, and I picked the side of the sheet that has the least amount of knots, so I got a nice finish here. Now we're at $120. I had another $6 worth of screws and different fasteners to get this all on the wall. All the sanding products I already had. Then my actual stain product here, this is about $11, very affordable. A quart here covers about 100 square feet, so it should be perfect for one coat that I need. And that's about it. You're gonna see this wall really pop when I do some hangers and some shelves after the drywall is done, and we'll count those costs as they come. All right, so we're back here on day 2, and everything has been fully sanded. So what I did, I went ahead here and went over the entire area with 60 grit on the electric orbital sander. That took down any high bumps and anything like that that's gonna be sticking out. And then what I did, a little overkill, but I went through, so by hand I sanded 150 and 220 grit sandpaper. This is perfect, ready for our polyurethane. Now this is totally overkill, this is just a garage, but I just wanted to have fun with it. You know, I was looking forward to a little project here in the winter. So the next thing I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna get everything prepped. I got my paper down so that I don't get anything on the floor. And I'm gonna put my mask on, because this is an oil-based stain, I should say. So oil-based polyurethane. It's a little smelly, has a lot of VOCs, but it's gonna last forever. And this is in their garage, so I'm not worried about these smells going into the house at all. So I'm a little worried about how it's gonna come out. I got this antique white. I'm not sure if it's gonna be exactly how I want it. I think I only have one shot on this, because once I have polyurethane on the wall, you definitely can't go over it with any non-poly based product. Water-based products won't stick at all. Totally impervious. So wish me luck. So after all those hours of prep, there's really not a ton to the rest of the painting process. I'm basically just gonna cut in the corners. Now cutting in is a term for where you just get spots that you can't get with the roller. So we're just gonna get the first top couple inches here. And one thing that I do is I make sure I get my area that I need to cut in with my brush, and then I blend it in. Full brush stroke into nothing. That way you don't get lines. And when cutting in, I always go the direction of the wood. It's gonna make it a lot easier and avoid brush strokes. Now we go into the roller. Now a stain project is gonna be a lot different than a paint. You can see it's going on pretty thick, but we wanna spread this out and make sure we have a nice, even coat. So I'm just gonna go make a couple passes, and then I'm gonna change direction so that I get everything spread out as far as I can and not have any high spots with the stain. All right, I'm gonna suit up and start rocking the rest of this out. If everything went as planned on a project, a lot of people would be out of a job. So I had to go back to the store. That's why we got a little section here that didn't get done. 100 square feet is actually pretty accurate. Definitely not gonna get a second coat out of this one. So we got a second one. I'm just gonna go to town and get it done. Back here, third and final day at this project, finishing off the wall in the garage right before we do drywall. Really happy about how it turned out. As you can see behind me, the wall has a nice white. This is actually antique white is what it's called. It's a satin finish, so it has just a little bit of gloss without being really reflective. So I think it's gonna hide any dirt. It's gonna hold up really well. It's an oil-based enamel, so you have the best durability there. And really the odor has gone away. I've been pleasantly surprised. So guys, a little bit of summary of what we got coming up next. We have some shelving going in, and if you haven't seen behind me here, I got these red rails here. This is for a universal hook system. So we're gonna have the red on the universal hook system and the shelving. And I think the colors are gonna go really well in here once we decide what we're doing with the rest of the color after drywall. Again, got everything detailed out here. We're gonna have our heater up here in the corner after drywall is put down, so I got it down on the ground right now, so this heater can heat up the garage while the guys are working with drywall. We got our Tesla charger ready to go with our 240 amp service. Gonna get the car charged tonight, so no complaints. Thanks for joining, guys. If you like this video, like the video, and I encourage you guys to subscribe for more content coming up. We're gonna be finishing a lot of work in this garage, customizing everything. And then of course, you know the other projects, we've got big houses, small houses, DIY and everything in between. I'll see you guys in the next one.